Okay. Yeah, tonight was Impact Wrestling. I mean TNA. I don't know why I called it Impact Wrestling. TNA Rebellion pay per view, and yeah, overall, pretty good show. Obviously, I don't think TNA once again didn't disappoint tonight, so I'm gonna not waste any time. I'm gonna get straight to it. We have Mustafa Ali defeat Jake Something to retain the TNA X Division Championship. Really good opener, man. Ali, granted, I don't pay attention to I don't like watch the full in depth TNA shows. I only mostly watch YouTube clips, but obviously Ali is killing it with this gimmick that he's doing, and honestly, so it makes sense for him to retain the title against Jake Something. But really good opener, and Ali, I think he's still just getting started, obviously with this TNA X Division Championship title run. So hence why he didn't, he didn't lose tonight. Rick Swan defeated Joe Hendry. This match was something. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, I can't. I mean, it was something. Rick Swan obviously defeated Joe Hendry. Outside of that, I can't really go on about the match because there's just a lot of craziness going on. But um, either way, Rick Swan got the win. So obviously a cool moment for him. But yeah, Joe Hendry, man, is something else, man. That's all I got to say. That's really all I got to say there. But Rick Swan, I've always been cool with Rick Swan, so him winning, I didn't have a problem necessarily with whatsoever. Frankie Kazarian defeated Eric Young in a full mayhem match. This is a pretty good match here. I thought Frankie Kazarian getting the win was cool. You know, and I think Eric Young can benefit. From this loss. It's not gonna necessarily affect him in either way. Frankie Kazarian, you could definitely tell by tonight's case he needed it more. So Frankie Kazarian got the win in this full Metal Mayhem match, and we'll see what TNA does with both men next. But tonight we saw the return of Mike Santana, formerly known as Santana from AEW. Obviously, Santana and Ortiz was in TNA as a tag team, or Impact Wrestling when they called it, and then they went to AEW, and we talked about it. Santana and Ortiz heavily misused, I think, by AEW. Like, those guys should have been AEW World Tag Team Champions, and then they split up. They obviously they had heat with each other, and then, so they moved on. But Mike Santana now, he's in TNA now, so hopefully he can become that singles guy that he obviously wanted to be in AEW, but he couldn't do it necessarily in AEW, obviously with the stacked people that they got. Will Ospreay, MJF, list goes on and on. But in TNA, I think he could definitely flourish. So I hope everything goes well for him. And obviously, he won against Steve Macklin. So there you have it there. The System defeated Speedball Mountain to retain the TNA World Tag Team titles. Pretty good matchup here. They came close. Speedball Mountain came close, but in the end tonight, it was just the System's night, so there's really nothing more you can really say about that. And then Josh Alexander defeated Hammerstone in a last man standing match. These guys have been feuding for a while now. I'm assuming this is the last of their feud. I don't know, but if it is, pretty good feud. Other matches were really good. I thought this one was no exception. Josh Alexander is amazing to watch. And Hammerstone, because this really one of the first few times I've been watching him, pretty impressive as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. So both guys are really good at what they do. And Josh Alexander winning last man standing match. I'm assuming to end their feud. If not, we'll see. But yeah, Jordan Gracie defeated Stephanie Delana to retain her TNA Knockout title. I'm glad Jordan Grace won. I'm glad she retained the title. Not hating on Stephanie DeLandre here, but it had to be Jordan Grace, man. It had to be Jordan Grace, so I'm glad she retained the title there. Pretty good matchup. And Moose defeated Nick Nemeth to retain the TNA World title. I thought they were going to give it to old Ziggler boy here. I thought they were going to give it to Nick Nemeth, but Moose actually did retain the title. And yeah, really good match there. I thought, like I said, tonight's TNA Rebellion, this was a really good show. And TNA, I think once again just fails to. I mean, doesn't they don't fail to put on highly underrated pay-per-views. I think people be sometimes sleeping on these TNA pay-per-views. So, but that's the review. Those are my thoughts, and yeah.